Yes, sir.
Earlier in the dressing room, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves all times. Pre Olympia y buena suerte. Good luck. Touch them up. Box! Look over them.
The undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr.
He won his biggest fight right here. He won a title in this arena. This is the first time that Spence has ever faced a former champ. And here we go with round one, scheduled for 10.
It's a pretty nice footwork, spinning back to the middle of the ring there, Kenny.
Algieri, a former two-time world kickboxing champion.
Good body shot.
Nice shot by Spence.
You know, his trainer told us something very interesting. I said he's fought Manny Pacquiao, he's fought Amir Khan.
Great performances throughout. He has been here and has won in this arena. We saw him do it last April against Samuel Vargas. In the fight just before this, he'll be talking live with Todd Harris in just a few moments right at the end of this round. Final seconds, round one, Spence and Algieri underway. And let's go down to Todd.
Yeah, I thought he looked more than impressive, Kenny. You know, I was one of the people who thought he definitely won the fight. Marcus fought a good fight as well, but you know, he's got some things he's got to work on. And, you know, we all do as fighters, but Kalajic was in good form tonight, and I thought he did enough to win.
Algieri talked yesterday that he did not feel many people had been able to get in and push Spence, and he said, I want him to feel how strong I am.
He's going to have to let his hands go for that. He's not able to find Errol too much in this first round. Nice left hand by Algieri.
Real nice by Algieri.
Caught him with that wide hook as Errol was coming in to land his own jab. He got hit with a hard left hand there, and that hurt him.
And a nice uppercut by Spence. Spence going to work against the ropes.
Algieri's hurt here, Kenny. And he got hit with a hard left hand. You see the leverage. It's amazing the leverage that Errol Spence gets on those shots. He really turns his body.
And Spence continues to do work against the ropes. Algieri trying to hold on here. Round two, strong showing by Errol Spence.
And Chris has got to move his head. He can't continue to take those. Nice right hand by Chris. That's your move, but
and Spence again. Nice right. And a good left. Spence just missing with the uppercut.
Chris told us that Errol's a power puncher, and power punchers all get tired, so interesting point he talked about in the fighter meeting yesterday.
Final seconds. Errol Spence with an impressive second round.
I'm surprised at the composure that Chris was able to maintain.
And in the Spence corner, they were saying, way to go, keep it up. As we go into this round three scheduled for 10. And in the black and gold is the Olympian, Errol Spence. He's yet to lose.
Always ready for that left hand or that left uppercut, and just getting maximum leverage on every single shot.
You see, undefeated Algieri with those two losses to Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. Covering up on most of those punches, but Spence continues to be the aggressive fighter.
And he's not missing because Spence is going to the body. Very intelligent from the young fighter. If he were loading up like that going to the head, Algieri would make him miss, but Spence is investing down to the body and really banging Chris up. He's getting his head underneath Errol's head to make sure that Errol can't land any good punches in there. Nice counter right hook. Nice left hook by Chris Algieri.
Algieri trying to fight back out of this.
And you see Spence still controlling the action, but Algieri's starting to have some moments here in the third round. Definitely not getting the best of it, but he's landed a couple nice counters on the inside. And it's going to be interesting if this fight makes it to the 7th, 8th, 9th rounds to see the conditioning of Spence. Hall of Famer Manny Pacquiao wasn't able to do it, and if Errol Spence can, it would really make a statement tonight.
Spence again with some nice shots here late.
Beautiful body
and
shots.
Spence doing some work to that body and work along the ropes. Final seconds of round three. And so far he has looked very strong here against Algieri. Certainly a tough and well-conditioned opponent.
He has. He's came out dominant, Kenny, digging the body, attacking, and hasn't given Chris a chance to get into this fight. He's been so complete.
And all three rounds, Eric Raskin unofficially scoring it for Spence and going down Algieri.
5, 6, 7, 8, okay? All right.
Let's take a look at the knockdown in the last round. You see Chris bending down and shooting that left hook. Getting a nice exchange there, but Errol hitting him with the left hand on the top of the head.
Remember, though, the Pacquiao fight, 6 times he went down, 6 times he got up, did Algieri.
I'm going to tell you the difference, Kenny, between Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. Errol Spence digs the body more so than Manny Pacquiao. When you get hurt like that, it's much easier to defend against headshots. Errol is a disciplined body puncher, and he's so heavy-handed down there too, so it makes it tough. I'm not saying Errol Spence is better than Manny Pacquiao by any means. He's got a long ways to go, but he definitely does get his opponent in trouble and focuses downstairs. Low blow.
Spence goes on. Good left. Algieri against the ropes. Spence digging into the body again. Spence continuing to control this fight. And now thrown down. Algieri just throws Spence down.
Okay.
Not a knockdown, a throwdown. Algieri, basically here at home, he has fought outside of the state of New York only one time. That last round, and he goes down again. Spence does it again.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Algieri is wobbling.
Not too much more.
He twisted his ankle there when he went down. He's not going to be able to take too much more of this.
And Spence trying to finish it here. He has a wounded prey, and he knows it. And Spence puts him back down, and that's it. That is it. Errol Spence Jr. remains undefeated with the knockout of Chris Algieri.
A statement victory for Errol Spence Jr. He is now 20-0 with 17 knockouts.
For your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now. Touch gloves. When the bell rings, box. Let's go.
Very focused and determined as he was in the Olympics, Leonard Bundu hoping to be the first blemish on his record. Round number 1 scheduled for 12. Bundu, 41 years of age, been a terrific welterweight. Now, Bundu, they are both southpaws. As Spence has gotten 7 straight victories by way of stoppage. His last fight that went to the scorecards was against Ronald Cruz back on June 27th of 2014. Spence, if you recollect, had an impressive stoppage victory of Chris Algieri back on April 16th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, which is about 15 minutes away from here. Spence very methodical in the early going, varying his jab upstairs and also downstairs. Leonard Bundu, his only loss came at the hands of the welterweight champion Keith Thurman a couple of years ago. Looking very good so far, as he was named on many different media platforms as the 2015 Prospect of the Year. To a contender, and with this fight, he can very well do so. He's able to get past Leonard Bundu. A nice left hand that came right over the top. As Spence continues mixing his jab, Bundu coming forward. Good action so far here in this first round. Only had 2 draws during the course of his career and 1 defeat. And Spence with a sweeping right hook that caught Leonard Bundu. Nice jab again to the midsection as Errol Spence tries to take out the steam out of Bundu. Spence understands what a huge victory this would be, as jumping in with a wild hook was Bundu. Spence keeps in that bay with that jab. He's a family man. He has a daughter, Ivy, who's not even a year old, and he states that his motivation comes from providing her a better life and doing what he can to make sure that she can have an unbelievable upbringing.
Break, don't punch.
90 seconds remaining in the second round. For Leonard Bundu, he's fought the majority of his career in Italy. His 11-year career has been spent overseas in Italy. He's had a couple of fights, 2 fights in the UK, 1 fight in Germany, and this is his 3rd fight stateside. But predominantly, he has been successful out. With Spence, he has such a high guard because he realizes that hook is going to come in for Bundu. And Bundu got to Spence a little bit. But again, that jab, it is a piston-like jab for Errol Spence. He continues to double it up, and then right behind it is that straight left down the middle. And Bundu has brought some fans from Italy for, as you can hear in the background.
Step back. Watch the head, baby.
Johnny Callis warning Bundu to not come in with that. And that's a veteran move, to be honest with you. When you've been in the game for over a decade, and now Bundu having some success momentarily. So the winner of this fight will be the mandatory to Kell Brook. Now, Brook obviously has some business to attend to against Gennady Golovkin on September 10th. And now Bundu throws a combination, but he gets blasted with a straight left right down the middle. And Errol Spence understands the kind of ferocity and tenacity that Bundu exhibits in the course of his fight. And he realizes he cannot fall asleep whatsoever. Spence getting warmed up though. A jab followed by that straight left that is connecting for the DeSoto, Texas native. And Bundu comes in and flips Errol Spence and goes downstairs to the body. But back comes Spence again through the third round. That is over 50%. Bundu is under 25%. And a shot as Bundu loads up. But when Bundu loads up, Spence gets out of the way immediately.
Right.
As Spence has been throwing a plethora of jabs and then the lay in that straight left, and he mixes up the uppercut there, now goes to the body, gets Errol Spence. 30 seconds left in the third round. Spence was trying to connect on that uppercut as Bundu rushes in, so he is there to be tagged with that uppercut. Ten seconds remaining in the third round. Similar story, Spence with his jab and then the straight left down the middle. Going head to head here in Coney Island. What a beautiful venue, what a great atmosphere. The fans here are amazing, and they are being treated to a terrific performance so far with Errol Spence, as Spence connected and landed a shot right on the top of the temple of Bundu as Bundu was coming in, and it seemed like he was slipping but also got caught, and now Bundu willing to load up, but he gets lit up with a shot to the body, compliments of Errol Spence. Spence again measuring Leonard Bundu, has him at the end of his punches. Spence is using every bit of that reach advantage that he possesses. How he's lean, he's powerful, he gets a lot of leverage behind his punches, and he's very smart inside the ring. And Bundu is more than willing to make this a rough and tumble affair, but he's getting caught at close distance as we resume this fourth round. And a nice shot. They are both mixing it up. And now Bundu, he's trying to come and catch something that he can connect with. But in the process, Spence is breaking him down with the jab, and he's mixing up his attack. And it's largely in part to the body attack of Errol Spence. And Spence, a laser, straight left with precision. To be able to mix in, and we're seeing Spence throw that left hand to the chest as well. These are all veteran moves on behalf of Spence. Spence realizes he wants to be among the upper echelon of the welterweight division, as we see what Errol Spence has been able to do, punches through. Errol Spence is averaging 9 jabs per round. The welterweight average is 5 jabs per round, thanks to our friends over at CompuBox for that information. Many times you see fighters that love to load up on power shots, but Errol Spence, everything comes off the jab, and we're seeing the jab followed by that very quick left hand, comes in with the reckless abandon, and the distance that Spence has is something to admire. Rather than a beautiful straight left that connected, momentarily rocking Spence, but Spence continues to go to work. As Bundu has still not been able to be successful against Spence during the course of a full round. In spurts, yes, but during the course overall body of work where you can maybe say give him a round? Absolutely not. Spence digging to the body. Spence is isolating, and he connects with a powerful straight left right down the middle. Now Bundu gains some leverage in his legs and is trying to be the aggressor. But as he does that, Errol Spence stops him in his tracks with a precise shot to the body. And now Bundu with a couple of hooks that have caught Errol Spence. Spence trying to take out Leonard Bundu. And Spence hasn't been in any imminent danger. And an uppercut, and down goes Bundu. Was that a push?
No knockdown.
That is not a knockdown. You wonder if Spence feels like Bundu is fading, and now Errol Spence is looking to close out Leonard Bundu. This is the Errol Spence show, but Bundu is a wounded animal, and he has got to be careful to Spence. But now Spence going to work, and he drops Bundu, and this one could be over. Oh my goodness! Bundu is done, and this one is over. Kell, Brook, you have some company. And here, oh, what a shot. And Spence knew it.
For your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
All right, gentlemen, whatever things are in the dressing room, I want you to obey my time. Respect myself at all times. Play limpia y buena suerte. Good luck. Touch them up.
The bell and round one of the 12th welterweight unification fight in history for Errol Spence.
Choosing their punches, it's a study round, really.
And Ugás doing a good job of blocking, parrying the jab of Spence. There's a triple, quadruple, highly contentious split decision to Porter in March 2019.
The thing they have in common is that both those fights with Sean Porter were razor thin, and Porter gave a...
Spence has to be careful, has to be leery of dipping down and perhaps giving Ugás a chance to land an uppercut.
Well, very interesting that you said that. It's an underrated...
To get his attention, throwing it downstairs.
Yeah, Ugás a moment ago trying to land that uppercut. Lost it from too far out, though.
And he's tried to score with that right cross. Two high-level operators. We anticipated high-speed chess between Spence and Ugás. And Spence now beginning to unload with the left hand. Again, the high guard of Ugás blocking some of these punches, but not all of them. A short left uppercut got in on the inside. And then the left hook behind the guard, and again, Ugás from distance looking to land the uppercut.
Number one ranked in one of the organizations. Good sparring for this fight, and he hopes that pays dividends for him.
Right hand by...
The right hands that landed for Ugás toward the end of that round. Obviously, Salas saying do more of that.
And really, for both of them, it can't be overstated what they had to overcome through each other for even more glory.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Ugás, you can tell already, trying to throw more of those rights. Spence is throwing so much more volume.
His trainer, Derek Jamesman, said, you know, Spence isn't the same since the car accident. And now, of course, coming back from the surgery to his left eye, and Abner, as you mentioned, you thought that Spence was going to be an even better version of himself. What do you think so far?
I'm seeing it. I mean, when was the last time he's ripped, he's ready for this fight? So those are little things that you add.
First time using a nutritionist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Left uppercut, right hook, and again.
Spence throwing a lot in this fight.
And Ugás absorbing the shot. Oh, and there's a right hook to the face, left uppercut, and Ugás finally backing up. And of course here in Texas, even if Spence misses by a Texas mile, they're gonna applaud.
And those were three good punches.
And they were.
And look at the rhythm that Spence got right now. It's a really nice
to scoring. A minute and a half left in the fifth.
You know, Ugás is fighting a chest-to-chest, head-to-head. That may not be the best answer for him.
Well, this is the best round for Errol Spence, but now Ugás firing back. Trying to get the opportunity back, trying to get success back, and look where it's brought.
They went on a 12-1 run. Only the very close loss to Sean Porter mixed in there. And tonight, he is now at a pivotal point. He has got to start making something happen in this fight to change the narrative.
And they're just standing right in front of each other. That right hand hurt Spence. Spence is sending to the ropes. Ugás
Was pushed back. Now the mouthpiece comes out, and Morrow is correct.
Yeah, see?
He thought, are you going to stop this and get the mouthpiece? Instead, Ugás correctly kept punching. And Lawrence Cole didn't see the mouthpiece go out. And you see Spence kind of motioning. So the mouthpiece would come out from this kind of right uppercut. And while Spence is fixated on the mouthpiece, he will get nailed by a right hand by Ugás. Now, was Lawrence Cole coming in to try and stop the action?
It's when he lets his hands go, when he waits for the opportunity.
I wonder if the mouthpiece was knocked out and there was this quick paralysis, but it definitely seemed to break the concentration of Spence, and now Spence trying to come back into the round here. Wow! The ebb and flow of two of the best. Let's bring in our unofficial scorer, the Hall of Famer, Steve Farhood.
Well, that round, that sixth round with that controversial punch that clearly hurt Spence. The first round I gave Ugás in the fight. Almost nothing happened. I gave it to Spence pinching a couple of jabs. Then he was winning each round since by a bigger margin. There's a fifth. Here, guys.
All right, Steve, Errol Spence is delivering some uppercuts and some left hands that are bothering Yordenis Ugás.
This uppercut, one of the most important ones, it hurt Ugás. You could see him reacting. And from that moment on, the round belonged to Errol Spence, and he was
to keep him at bay with the jab, but Spence able to close the distance. And now Ugás staggers him momentarily with the right, but Spence going back to the body with the left.
Ugás has simply not thrown a lot of punches, and he's not giving himself a good chance to land anything of note because he's dormant offensively.
Meanwhile, they've combined to throw over 1,000 punches here as we are in the opening minute of the eighth, and Spence walking down. Ugás left hand over the top, right to the body. Ugás right eye becoming a mess, and referee Lawrence Cole. That left uppercut, right hook.
The variety of punches and the variety of the combinations Spence is throwing is special.
It's the way he changes his punches. Uppercut, body shot, hook, body. I mean, this guy is...
He is able to put this kind of crowd in a venue this size. He is putting on a show. Yordenis Ugás can continue. But for how much longer with this kind of assault by Errol Spence Jr.? Uppercuts.
Spence has landed 38 punches in this round.
Whose belt is in a tenuous position at this moment as Spence just strafing him with strikes.
We mentioned how well Ugás has done against lefties at 6-1 record, but tonight it has not.
Clubbing right hooks by Spence, left down the middle. And he continues to tee off while Ugás every once in a...
This round is actually throwing more jabs to work his way in. It's just interesting that he hasn't needed to do it, but this round he's using it to kind of work his way in better. And those right hooks.
3 of Yordenis Ugás' 4 defeats were by split decision. He's been in close fights, but he desperately needs to mount some kind of a comeback here.
The body, but you know, those have been few and far between.
Final minute of the 9th, and back comes Ugás with another right to the body, but as you mentioned, Al.
Yeah, so, you know, he's right in the range of what he normally does. Or 46%, I'm sorry, he normally lands.
Right to the body by Spence. Ugás has not recorded a knockout past round of 7. It is looking more and more likely that he is going to have to land something major. And again, he's in trouble. He's hurt.
reminder to people. Oh,
that uppercut hurt him. And you wonder just how much more the corner, the referee is going to allow for Yordenis Ugás to absorb.
I don't think much by now.
Well, Ugás fires up
back,
right. But he's shelling up, backing up. Errol Spence Jr. intent on shutting down the title reign of Yordenis Ugás. And boy, referee Kell wants to make sure we don't forget about him tonight. Spence Jr.
Cole stops the contest upon advice of the ringside physician. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. And now the WBC, WBA